Guys, welcome back for Three Stupid Dogs.
Papa Nasty didn't know that in old folks' homes there is rampant STDs and a lot of stuff going on.
I did not know this. Yes. So, Eric, yeah, what's been your experience with that?
Well, what I do is because it's like sometimes you go out in the town, you don't have any luck, right?
Right.
So the trick is you
Been there.
go to an old folks' home with a tray of cookies, and let me
Okay.
tell you,
Okay.
oh yeah, Grandma ain't got no teeth anymore. So well.
How's she gonna eat the cookies?
But the issue is I contracted something. So don't always do it. But Abel's heard about it as well. And I don't know where he heard about it from the old grapevine. But I am asking ChatGPT if it has more information.
Abel likes putting cookies where, and she eats the cookies from it. What were you saying, Abel? I'm sorry. I was doing something when you were telling us the story.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm lost.
What's the deal with old folks' homes? I've heard that there's a lot of promiscuity and STDs.
Eric is asking
Are there stats
ChatGPT
on
if you look
that?
at his
And are there
camera
any
right
wild
now.
stories? Question mark.
Very interesting questions. I don't know what's...
What kind of cookies though are we talking about? Chocolate chip, fresh bake. Let's go.
Abel seems like a freak, like Snickerdoodle.
double chocolate chunk cookie?
Chocolate chunk for my chocolate hunk. Nope, that ain't it.
Oh, there it
Okay.
is.
Okay, this is true though. I looked this up. Okay, so these aren't rumors. There's not about promiscuity
Oh no.
and STDs in retirement communities and nursing homes.
Mhm.
So STD rates are rising among seniors. I'm trying not to laugh. That's fucked up. But everyone needs to be aware. Okay, if you're gonna go out there, if you're gonna try to make a quick buck by sleeping with an old man,
Mhm.
or maybe grandma, whatever listens to this podcast, she needs to know what happens.
Yeah.
According to the CDC, STD rates among Americans aged 65 have more than doubled over the past decade. This includes chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. Fucking depressing. Between 2010 and 2019, syphilis cases for people over 55 have gone over 50%. I'm sad. That's so sad.
Mhm.
So a major contributor is Viagra, longer lifespan, and retirement community bubble culture, where partners can be rotated like dance cards at a sock hop. What does that mean? What is
I
what
love
is
it.
ChatGPT? Dude, ChatGPT is out of pocket.
ChatGPT's hallucinating right now.
No, no, it's because I talk to it so much in my free time. It's starting to imitate my speech patterns that I told it all the time. I tell it to be irreverent, and now it can't help it but be completely out of pocket. And apparently, some of this comes down to a lack of sex education and protection. A lot of seniors don't use condoms because pregnancy is no longer a concern. A lot of them were already married for decades, so they never needed to learn about modern STI prevention. Also, close quarter community dynamics. Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Crazy. Old people be fucking.
Yeah, there's a place called The Villages in Florida,
Oh, boy.
and it was pretty infamous in the US. It's the subject of a lot of rumors. So there's golf cart key parties, STD outbreaks, secret rendezvous at the country
So
club.
you're saying it's like it's the American version of the Wuhan lab?
Hey.
Yeah, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, this is where it came from.
Yeah. And me and Abel are looking for a job as towel boys.
The next breakout in the world is going to come from a Florida retirement home.
One viral Reddit thread of a gentleman caller in New York in a New York assisted living home was banned after trying to sleep his way through an entire wing until two women found out they weren't exclusive and got into a literal walker fight.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Dude.
Brings me back to the swing dancing days.
Another one is a lube shortage. In 2013, a retirement community in Arizona made headlines when the on-site pharmacy ran out of personal lube. Twice in a month, the pharmacist told reporters he started stocking more lube than aspirin.
I feel like there's a joke in there about the freak offs.
Wait, what the fuck is a freak off? Because you keep bringing this up and Papa Nasty said to shut it down.
It's the name of Diddy's parties.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know, Eric?
When you said they ran out of lube, I was thinking about like all the fucking baby oil that Diddy had at his house, and then he tried to have his lawyers lie about how, like, oh, you can only buy it in bulk at Costco, and then Costco was like, we don't sell that brand, you fucking liar.
Yeah, nah, dude, you a pervert. You sick fuck.
Keep my store's name out of your fucking mouth.
Oh my god, the Diddy trials getting.
You're not raising the price of my hot dog anytime soon, you piece of
You
shit.
piece of shit. Yeah, the Diddy trials are getting
I
crazy.
had one yesterday. It was so fucking good.
You went to a
What,
freak off or
the lube?
Costco hot dog.
Oh yeah,
Oh, and you know what? I went in the other day for a Costco hot dog, and turns out $1.50 gets you a hot dog and a soda. So don't buy your
Yep.
soda separate.
It's a combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I fucked the fuck up. I bought a couple sodas for no reason. It was still $5. I was glad about that, but I could have spent $3 for me and Kayla.
Yeah, the Diddy trial's already started. That's gotten crazy. That's super sad. Oh my god, fucking.
Are they showing it like they showed the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trials?
No, but there's like, of course there's leaks and there's people talking about it and TMZ's all over.
They're not
it, but
filming it. Why isn't it public? Do they not want to make it public like that? Was that a mistake?
It's a federal trial, right?
Typically, public trials also will heavily bias the public because they'll only be exposed to like whatever is like available for them to hear. Sometimes the more damning evidence can only be like heard in the courtroom or by the lawyers. So motherfuckers will be out like, free my man, he didn't do nothing wrong. And like, oh yeah, well, here's some evidence they didn't show you in the news. Oh, he actually did it.
Why does that remind you of the R. Kelly getting caught up back in the day, and Boondocks literally doing a whole ass fucking cartoon about it, and R. Kelly wasn't even in jail at that time. It wasn't until later R. Kelly got caught up.
Yeah, he went to jail decades later.
And their whole joke was that he peed on a 14-year-old girl, and then the whole joke was,
well, she must have consented to it.
She must have
'cause
liked
if she
it,
didn't
yeah.
want to get beat on, I'd have just moved out of the way. And then she says it word for word verbatim at the trial. If I didn't want to get peed on, I'd have just moved out of the way.
oh my
And then his lawyer also turns this into like some racism trial because he said the prosecutor, Tom, is married to a white woman.
oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. If we're gonna talk kinks, I think peeing and shitting is
I guess we're all right. Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
great sideway, Abel. But yeah, if we're gonna talk kinks,
How we go from STDs to peeing on people.
what did I say? Side view?
I'm just like talking about how we went from how we started. We're talking about STDs and old people homes. So speaking of which,
Yeah.
let's talk about
Let's talk
kinks.
about kinks. Here we go. Welcome to Three Stupid Dogs. Yeah, peeing and shitting, that's where I'm going to draw the line. As fun as peeing sounds, the shitting part, yeah, like that's a little too intimate. That's private.
Shitting's a no-go. Peeing's a no-go. It's fun to joke about. I know it's now and then with my girlfriend. I'll make jokes where I'm like, she's trying to pee in the bathroom and I want to go in there. She's like, no, leave. And I'm like, but I just want to listen. And then she's like, no,
Oh my God.
why are you doubling down on this? And I'm like, oh, I just want that sweet nectar in the bed. And she's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're making a joke or if this is real. And I'm like, just
Yeah.
give me a little bit of that warmth, baby. And she's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
saying it.
Yeah, she's like, how much coffee did you have? You're like,
Yeah, it's cold tonight. I need some warmth.
Oh no. Yeah. Like, a little dehydrated. Okay.
I peed on Mama Nasty a couple times in the shower, and
That's
To-
fucked up.
she told me if I do that again, she was gonna put it in my face. I was like, I believed her. I was like, okay, never again. But yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna put you there like a dog,
But I thought it was funny. I didn't know that it was gonna be a big
rubbing
deal.
your face in the
She's
carpet.
gonna rip your dick off and shove it in your face.
Yeah, she's like, I'll grab that shit like I'm at a waterfall. I'm gonna throw it right in your face. I'm like, okay. I'm like, take it easy.
There, smart woman.
I thought I'm just being silly, like, want to shower with me?
I'm like, oh, you're washing yourself anyways.
Yeah, you're already down there.
I've heard anecdotes of dudes doing that. It's not the first time, won't be the last time. It's gonna stand the test of time when you're in an intimate place with somebody. Well, yeah. I was gonna go back to the freak offs. I don't know. We're kind of tangenting.
The freak off's gonna get
Go
sad.
ahead, kink it up. Let's hear about those kinks then.
What's the craziest thing you've been told to, or you've been asked that you've said no to? We'll start with Eric West.
Let's see. What have I said no to?
Yeah, what have you?
What have I don't say-
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
what
say
you've said
no.
yes to.
What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. You are not narrowing this down at all. Oh. Yeah, did I feel degraded while doing it? Yes. Did I do it? Yes.
Oh yeah. What's it? I don't
think you did this right at all.
I don't want to.
I knew somebody, there's somebody who used to be mean to me, and I play along like it was okay, but it hurt a lot. And then she just called me dumb, and then she always told me I was a little golden retriever. And, then I'm just like, I'm just trying to get it. I don't care. She would choke me with my belt.
I think I remember there was like a Cyanide and Happiness comic. There was something about that. I was like, oh, say something stupid to me. and usually people just fill in the panel with whatever, and then the next panel is just her like, oh god, yes, that's it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. That ain't it. I would feel so sad because I'd always have to just play along with it. She was like, you're so stupid. And I'm like, I don't think I'm stupid. Okay. That's me.
You just drop character like, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
It
So
was
she,
it was like negative validation, dude. I had to hold on for dear life for that one.
so she would call you like a gold retriever and say you're stupid and like
Yeah.
would this all
She's
be
like, you're such a little himbo. If I would say things I felt like convictions about, she'd like belittle them and be like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, all right, well, okay, all right, well,
No, you should have fired back with like, well, clearly I'm an idiot because I'm in bed with you.
yeah, no, it's okay. It didn't last long, obviously, but I got a lot of practice on. I got a lot of practices, hiding the hurt. You got to keep the poker face, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah, you just keep the snarky comments coming.
How long did that last, if you want to just give a
It
little
was
bit
a
more
few
light?
months.
It was a
Yeah,
few months. Okay.
it was a few months, and then I mean, like if we're full depicting things.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Do you want to say the
Depicting
name
things here.
on the podcast? We'll bleep it out.
No, no. It's
Alex,
fine.
bleep it.
But yeah, it was a weird one. Yeah, it was back in the day. The back in the day lunch buffet. This is after my second relationship I got out of. I had like a 2-year, a 3-year, and then I was back out in the market, and I was like, I'm gonna be wild and free and 27, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna be honest with my intentions. But turns out when you're honest with your intentions about wanting to just fuck around,
Mhm.
you get some of the strangest characters in the world who want to spend time with you. And I'm like, I should have just lied. I should have told them I was looking for marriage.
Like there is that meme where people say like, girls say they appreciate honesty, but that's a lie. They want you to lie to them, but be honest that you're lying to them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I should have lied so many times. I got so many weirdos.
Mhm.
Okay, so quick tangent.
Here we
This
go.
isn't this girl. This is a different girl. But I spent some time with her. I met her at my work because she came in and she drank at the bar rail and she wanted my number. And then we spent some time together. Fast forward, she met my coworkers. I wasn't even there at some point, and she came into my work and she was just belligerently drunk and fell asleep at a table, and they had to call the paramedics. And this is when I was like barely working there for like 6 months, and I was so worried that my boss was going to be mad at me, but apparently he wasn't there. He never heard about it, but obviously all my coworkers roasted me about it when I came back to work. And I literally had to call her and be like, so, hey, what'd you do yesterday? She's like, not much. I was like, not much, huh? You go anywhere? You go to my work? And she was like, oh yeah, I guess I did. I was like, they had to call like the fucking fire department to come in and make sure you were okay. She's like, oh yeah, I guess they did that. And I was like, no, this is wrong. What's wrong with you? Get your shit together. I don't want to spend time with you. And then she was just like, really? What the fuck is wrong with you? And then I just hung up on her and I never talked to her ever again.
Oh my
You're
god.
making her sound like Knives from Scott Pilgrim. The way you're like, really?
I couldn't believe it, dude. I could not, for the life of me, understand this human being.
I remember us having that talk and being like, yeah, you're like, I'm not going to be with her. Like, you were kind of like questioning it. I'll be like, yeah, dude, no, don't be with that. That's a problem. But I remember you being like,
There was a lonely night where I was like, I asked one of my coworkers too. I was like, I kind of want to text her. It's been months, but I want to text her. I think she would respond. And she's
Oh
like,
my
that's
God.
toxic. And I was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I will be avoiding that.
oh
Thank you
my
very much.
God, I forgot about that.
That was not saying no, gentlemen. It's funny when you don't say no, but also there's only so many bits that you can run with to the point where you got to pay attention to red flags. Cause yeah. There's no way. Got to watch out for the red flags. Papa Nasty and I have bounced off each other so many times to just say, fuck it. Avoid the red flags. I don't care. Let's go.
Yeah, hey, we all have little red flags here and there. No, we don't. We got a few. After 3, there's a problem. Yeah, no. Abel, anything you've said no to that you want to share with the group? Butt stuff. Are you in?
Publicly. Anything you want to share with the group publicly? Yeah, I know. He's like,
Yeah.
how do I disclose this information and also save face? Yeah.
No, she don't want me talking about that.
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
Oh,
He's
come on.
crazy.
Yeah.
She doesn't like me talking publicly about what goes on between us.
You know, basically, this is a shower room talk live. So it's like, you can't do that all the time. That's just how that works.
No, what I mean is, if this is uploaded to the internet, she'll know what I said. So that's why I'm like, okay, I probably shouldn't say
Okay.
anything.
Smart man.
Here we go.
There we go.
Because she listens to the pods.
We have 2 stupid dogs and 1 loyal dog, and that is what we need here. So,
I mean, we're not doing anything
understandable.
crazy. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I got something. Does things going up your butt? Is that a yes or a no?
Nope.
No,
That's a maybe. I hear a maybe. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with a
I'm like,
maybe.
I'm saying like maybe in the future, not now though.
Right
okay.
now, I have an aversion to it, but I mean, like, I try to be open-minded. So,
It scares
you know, but
me.
when it gets close, I definitely have like a visceral, like, nope.
Yeah.
No way. But Papa Nasty, tell us more.
Okay. Abel's down. Okay, Abel's down to clown. Okay,
There it
crazy,
is.
crazy. Yeah, but she was like, "Hey, here's this horse dildo. Let's get crazy. I'm a centaur."
Maybe not a horse.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Maybe
yeah,
a dragon?
Yeah. Whatever tickles your fancy. But yeah, which one are you not letting in? Is this is the question, Abel?
This is still, Papa Nasty, the word of the day is still projection. I feel like you're trying to tell
Yeah.
us what you said no to, but you're curious about.
He's trying not to feel guilty about the fact that he wants to stick something up there.
It's okay. Tennis
Like,
racket.
come on, guys. You guys have wanted stuff to go up your butt, right? Right?
Did you do the old? Did she pull the old stinky pinky on you? Happens to the best of us.
No, she's always, I always, give her the joke till marriage, and then.
Now you're scared of getting married.
And now I'm scared of getting married.
On your wedding night is gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the fucking wedding gifts will be a strap-on.
It's like, what if I'm a squirter? I don't want to fucking find out in our nice honeymoon suite about that. But yeah, she's like, what are we gonna do?
Hey, there's supposed to be there's supposed to be like an androgynous zone or whatever they call it in there. So they say, hey, we got years of marriage ahead of us. There's gonna be a lot of bored afternoons where you ain't got nothing to do and you have a bottle of lube and you're like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Yup.
I think after
That one, and if you don't do it now, you'll do it when you're retired, when you're bored as fuck.
yeah, but after 55, I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
get crazy. Grab that.
Yeah,
paper.
once your fucking prostate and your colon's already collapsed, and you're like,
Yeah.
man,
Time to talk to Muriel in the next room over.
Hey, do we still have TV remotes back then? I'll save one just for the occasion. Let's get crazy. Got a Roku remote? Let's.
dude, you got to start with something much smaller. What are you doing, bud?
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah. No, this is for her pleasure, not mine.
So, as much fun as the kink talk is,
As crazy as it got. Yeah.
in the comments below, you tell us what you think about, and what have you said no to, and you're willing to anonymously tell us about. And if your comments don't get deleted by fucking terms of service, then we'll read them.
Yeah. That story gets read at the next Three Super Dogs episode.
It's always fun to talk conspiracies and everything. Earlier, I talked about how the CDC, the CDC was talking about STDs and stuff. I feel like a lot of people don't believe in the CDC. I feel like people think that they're full of shit, even though they're a fully fledged organization of people that have worked really hard to get into that position. And there's a lot of doctors. There's a lot of, pharmacists. There's people with degrees. And they collaborate with each other to develop like an understanding of what's going on with disease in the world. And maybe they're not always right, but they collect some good knowledge.
Yeah, I trust the CDC over the FDA.
That's how you feel.
Ooh, that's what hot take.
You feel like the FDA can get bought out by corporations.
Yeah, we've seen that. I mean, like the fact that like
I'd say it's probably easier to buy out the FDA than it is to bribe the CDC.
yeah, it's like the CDC, yeah, they're I trust them. I don't know why there's the hate for that. The FDA, though, is a totally different situation. I'm like, yeah, those motherfuckers are corrupt.
The shit they let pass in this country that aren't allowed to be in food in other countries, just
Yeah,
wow.
and then also let's not even talk about the pre-workouts and the fucking protein stuff that fucking got pushed on the market that had crazy fucking side effects and issues. Like there was what was it called? Jack 3D or Crank 3D. That was pretty much the formula for meth that they were selling.
That's fucking insane.
At Rite Aids and shit like that.
Oh, what's this brand called? I need to get me some
Yeah,
of
no,
that
it
shit.
got canceled. But I always see it. I'm like, man, that's a really expensive stuff. I'm like, I wonder if it's good. and I always would see it all the time. So I'd go to Rite Aid with pick up my mom's like prescription and shit like that because it was not that the Rite Aid Safeway was not that far. But yeah, there's so many things where they approved it and they're like, yeah, oh, we need to totally mess that formula up. Like we need to fix that.
Same thing with like beef. I think it's like beef and dairy are like some of the biggest contenders of, pushed on by the FDA, pushed by like nutrition, pushed by the government and all that sort of stuff. And it turns out that, red meats, not only are they carcinogenic, but ultimately red meats are not heart healthy. And, you can still enjoy them. There's nothing wrong with that. But the way the modern American diet is, it's easy to over excess in red meats and it leads to a lot of heart problems. And if you look at, the top contending issues for American health, I think number one, if not number two, is, fucking heart related issues.
Yeah, I think number one is obesity now.
I think obesity is a big factor, but I'm like, I don't think it's the number one leader of death.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was like a recent change unless I read something wrong.
No, I'm curious. I'm going to definitely look it up right now.
I read an article recently. It was like something overtook as the number one cause of health problems in America.
What are the top 10 leaders of death and what are top 10 leaders of death in America? And what might the factors be? Also, how is that compared to the world?
And we'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah, I know. Like, Pop Nasty, like, yeah, what do you think about this
It'd be
stuff?
funny if we played a Viagra ad while we were talking about all this.
Like Eric's face with like an old man body, like, what is going on here? And this is like a slow.
Dude, erectile dysfunction is a solved issue in America. The other one is, I heard that referenced where once upon a time, if you had ED, there was nothing you can do. But now with the advent of Viagra, and that this goes right back to our discussion on old folks home and how Viagra is causing them to go out and fuck too much and get a bunch of STIs with limited information. ED is a solved problem. The next thing that could be a solved problem is Ozempic. So obesity, if you will. So and that ties right back to our conversation of, all right, drum roll, please. What are the top 10 causes of death in the US? Heart disease, cancer, unintentional injuries like car accidents, overdoses, and falls. Sad. That's number 3.
So number 3 is basically just freak accidents.
Accidental.
4 is chronic lower respiratory disease.
Oy.
That's crazy work. 5 is stroke. 6 is Alzheimer's disease, which I don't understand how Alzheimer's works. I didn't know it can kill you. 7 is diabetes. 8 is chronic liver disease and cirrhosis.
People think Alzheimer's is like dementia where you just like start forgetting people and things. Like, no, you just straight up start forgetting everything. You forget to eat. You forget to dress yourself. You forget to go change your clothes.
You forget
when
how
shit
to
your pants.
breathe.
Yeah.
That's basically how Gene Hackman died.
R.I.P.
God damn, I didn't know.
So you read about how Gene Hackman died of like a month ago?
Nope.
I heard about.
So the former actor Gene Hackman was found dead in his home with his wife, and their dog was dead as well. And people were like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, all 3 of them died. Autopsy revealed that, so Hackman had been dealing with Alzheimer's for some time now. His wife was his caretaker. At some point, I guess she died from sickness, and he survived for like a couple more weeks, and he was unable to feed or take care of himself, so he eventually just starved to death.
Oh my
And
God.
Then the dog died because no one was alive to feed it.
Damn.
That's super depressing. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And that's all due to Alzheimer's?
That's Alzheimer's. Yeah.
There it
Whoa.
is. That's a fucking damn.
You just forget to do everything.
Yeah,
just forget
That
everything.
is sad. I kind of want to go back to key contributing factors to the top 10 deaths in America. Heart disease and stroke is poor diet, salt, sugar, saturated fats, lack of exercise, smoking, obesity, high stress, and genetics. And ain't that, if you cobble that all together, isn't that just America?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that's literally just Americans.
That's poor diet, lack of exercise, smoking, obesity, high stress, genetics. Let's go, America!
You give me my McDonald's here, God damn it.
America! Fuck yeah!
What causes cancer? What causes cancer, guys?
Sugars.
Smoking.
What doesn't cause cancer these days?
Obesity, alcohol, environmental exposure, genetics. They always have to throw genetics on here. Unintentional injuries, opioid epidemics. Damn, the fact that top 3, one of the big things is overdoses. Who knew? It's only supposed to get bigger. I heard 2025 was the big date. It was supposed to get crazy. Distracted driving is up there.
Oh,
Workplace
yeah,
injuries is up there.
Distracted driving's only getting worse with Gen Z drivers notoriously being on their phones
Dude,
a lot.
holy
Yup,
shit!
aging population.
They'll have it right in the set, like right in their as they're driving, and they're looking at it. I'm like, what are you doing? Dude? Like, what the fuck? Dude?
On their they'll put it right there on like their steering wheel, and you can tell they're watching fucking TikTok or something.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like, come, like, I'll put it classically right here to the side, and I'm like going through some stuff, but like, hey, like, 1, 2, 3, boom, fucking look at the fucking
I'll
thing.
check it at a stoplight or something, maybe change whatever I'm listening to, but I'm not going to be like texting while I'm
I'm
driving.
not gonna be watching a video while I'm fucking driving like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we have fucking the voice
I'm
thing.
not going to be fucking while I fucking drive.
I mean, I'm kind of down.
Like people recording videos of them in their Teslas using the self-driving feature and just fucking in the driver's seat.
That is wild, Abel, and
Like it's all
Alright.
fun and games until you accidentally press on the brakes.
send those links, Abel. Quit holding out.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Come on.
Just go to Pornhub and type Tesla or something.
No,
I don't
send
know.
me the links. Don't be weird, Abel.
Do your
What else
research.
do you got, Abel? I mean, goddamn, Eric.
Most of the other shit is American ass shit. Respiratory disease, we die because of smoking, pollution, occupational exposure. Alzheimer's comes down to age, genetics, inflammation, and possibly diet and exercise, but that's hard to say. Diabetes, of course.
It's unknown what exactly causes Alzheimer's. We like know a bunch of like the symptoms that relate to it and how people get them, but like the actual root cause of Alzheimer's is still up for it's still being looked into.
The number one things that are going to kill you in America will be the poor diet, lack of exercise, smoking, drinking, obesity, stress. And then it can come down to environmental exposure to genetics. So we're fucked. We're cooked, guys.
It kind of reminds me how obesity is getting worse in Mexico too.
In Mexico,
Yeah.
what is the implication there? That they just have more access to food and shit and they're getting pushed.
Well, Mexicans are really a really food oriented culture. I mean, you know, it's like the stereotype, like you'll show up to a party and you'll say I'm full and then they'll keep saying, no, you're so skinny, you need to keep eating. Look at you, you're just skin and bones. Or like, or they get offended if you don't want to eat. You're like, oh, I'm just watching my calories. I hit my target for today. And they're like, híjole. Oh, he doesn't want to, he thinks my food's nasty.
That's fucked. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. A lot of cultures definitely push a lot of food.
Yeah. Food oriented cultures like
And
Latinos,
America's just about
Italians.
excess, dude. America's just about just fucking keep eating, see what you can do. You
Yeah.
want the big baddest burger around.
We touched on the word I liked for that in an older pod where I said like American culture is heavily consumerist. Like our purpose is in life is just to buy things or eat things, consume, just drink, whatever.
I mean, did you know that Ozempic is so readily available nowadays? You can buy it like on the fucking internet. You can just find an internet doctor. Hims, which used to do like hair
Just
hair
get a
products.
prescription
Yeah.
for it.
They used to, yeah, Hims used to help you if you were losing some hair, and now you can buy Ozempic for I think it's like $100 for 3 months, $100 a month for 3 months, or if you want a full year of it, it's $2,000.
What?
I know part of me's curious if it's so readily available. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I don't want to do dieting's hard. Fuck this.
I don't know. There's just too many like side effects. Some people, it doesn't work on some people. They have like get nausea. They can fucking get some crazy diseases. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I could fucking, Ozempic just helps you not like overeat, right? It helps you like,
Yeah, it helps you dial back your hunger hormone specifically.
Yeah, it kills your appetite.
the only thing that makes me hungry is when I drink. And I only drink
When I'm hungry.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
The vicious cycle.
It's
Yeah.
a terrible cycle, yeah.
Well, one thing that helped with cutting back on drinking is I'm not making those 2 a.m. Taco Bell runs anymore that tack on an extra 1,500 calories per day.
Yeah.
That's a good one,
that's
dude. Don't
Eric
get me
right there.
started. Yeah.
Guys, we have a group chat where we talk about like our calories and shit like that, and Eric will go bananas on Taco Bell. I'm no saint.
You'll say he crashed out the night before. It's like 3,000 fucking calories.
Guys, I'm no saint. I'm not saying I fucking don't have excess. Eric weighs like 50 pounds less than me and will eat like 2,000 calories more than me. It's fucking amazing. I want to put him in competitions. If there's a local competition in Washington that Eric needs to be signed up in, let us know.
There are times I can go crazy with it. That's why I have to meal prep at home, because if I start fucking around with takeout, then it, it bites me in the ass. And I started getting acid reflux recently. I'm almost 30, and I'm like, oh, this is a thing now. If I don't watch my fucking diet, I guess I'm gonna just start getting fucking acid reflux. Fuck
Okay,
this.
This is not a rate.
That can also be caused by stress too, isn't it? It's wild how many things stress causes. I got a canker sore in my mouth last month, and I was looking up cause and like, yeah, you can get them from stress too. And I was like, God,
Yeah, that is true on that one. But I don't want to be racist, but I feel like the acid reflux is a white thing. I'm gonna be my mom gets it, I get it. I'm half white. Eric, you got it. I don't know. I don't know any Mexican with acid reflux. Like legit.
I looked at the possible side, and that's crazy. First of all, I didn't know that they didn't. That you know that is the correlation here. But I looked it up, and it was like, oh, it's from it can be from a number of things. They said overeating. They said spicy food. They said drinking. They said stress. And I'm like, these are all my favorite things. What the fuck? Fuck you.
Day I'm not allowed to have salsa with my food is a day I'd rather just fucking kill myself.
No, Abel, Eric's not having salsa. Eric is having like the top 100 spiciest fucking hot sauce in the world. And it's like, how's this going to taste like
ghost pepper, ghost pepper buffalo sauce? So good.
Remember when he had that like Halloween competition at Jack's place, and he said he had to go to the place in Ellsberg and sign a waiver to get those hot sauces?
That was a good one.
And then all you guys were fucking dying.
That was amazing. It was genuinely the day before Thanksgiving, so it was so cold outside.
He said Tony was so mad. The next time he saw you, he was like, bro, you ruined my Thanksgiving the next day. I couldn't eat anything.
To this. You came. I handed out baggies of Pepto-Bismol, Tums. I gave out little things of Vaseline, so the next day if you had a shit, you were taken care of, and nobody took them. They laughed it off. And I'm like, well, I tried to help you, and they had a bad time the next day. I had a great perky time.
I vividly remember watching Tony standing over Jack's sink. He's just like he wanted to throw up, but at the same time, he couldn't even fucking breathe.
We were outside. It was the middle of November, so we were outside, like breathing the air, trying to cool down our mouths.
I remember you guys asked if I wanted in on this, and I was like, hell fucking no. And this was before you even got started.
Yeah. Abe, you don't like spicy stuff, right? Abe, you don't like spicy stuff?
I like spicy stuff, but I knew what they were doing was not spicy. It was hell on earth.
Yeah, there's a limit. You're like, oh, this is getting fucking retarded. No, we're not going to do this.
When I eat my food, I like to enjoy it. I want to taste it.
Yeah.
That level of spice is like, bro, you're just flexing on people when you're that spicy.
There's a point where if you're getting spicy food and people start talking Scovilles, where it's more about the spice than it is the flavor, it's not worth it.
Like hot ones.
If you find a habanero or ghost pepper sauce that's fantastic for you, that's where you really got to draw the line. Anything above that, where they start fucking engineering the hottest shit, unless that's up your alley, there's no goddamn reason, dude. There's a time I went to a Thai restaurant,
Here we go.
and they told me that their level 5 was a level 10 by most standards, and I was like, I can handle it. And so I got like a level 8. So they went all the fuck out, and I ate it, and my mouth could handle it, but my body could not. Like, I felt it in my organs, and I felt it pass through my body.
Wait, what happened? Did you shit your pants?
It's like, no, it wasn't about shitting. It was just about eating the physical food.
He felt it going through his digestive system. He felt it in his stomach, his intestines, going all the way through.
You can feel the heat in your body. Like your whole fucking organ is inflamed. So it's like, it hurts. It hurts, and you could follow its path.
Jesus.
While it goes through you. I know. It took fucking hours.
What's the poop like? We all want to know, said the fan.
Well, that Vaseline, buddy. Don't worry. I already had a plan. Come on.
But it's not hot. It's just what? I'm confused.
No, it's hot as fuck. If you don't Vaseline your ass and after you ate crazy spicy food like that, your ass is on fire like no other. and I've done that a million times. Don't worry. I've definitely raw dogged it.
Have you ever heard why it hurts when you shit spicy food? Like, why does it feel that way?
Okay, fill me in. Yeah, I have some speculation, but
it's because I guess you have taste buds on your ass in your anus.
God damn it, Abel. Because you have the same.
Because capsaicin is activated by the taste buds.
I didn't know you have taste buds on your ass.
Your anus has taste buds. That's why when you're shitting out spicy food, it burns like hell. Because
so if I put ice cream in my ass, I can taste it?
I don't know.
That might be a hack. That might be like better than Ozempic. I don't have to eat the food anymore.
He's gonna bring back my boy's gonna bring back butt chugging.
Do it with ice cream?
But I know, put ice cream in your ass.
If you're lactose intolerant, everybody, here we go. You heard it first. Heard it first here. Let's
go. Dude, Dr. Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. No, it was one of the weirdest things I ever learned. I was like, No shit.
Yeah.
You have taste buds in your anus. That's why you detect spiciness, and that's why it hurts when you shit spicy food.
Yeah, your
Fucking
your
genius.
butthole's like,
Abel,
oh
I
my
appreciate
god.
you.
Yeah, here we go. Folks, you heard it here.
Yeah, your asshole can do the
Yeah.
Pepsi challenge, okay?
You heard it here.
What's better? That is awesome.
But speaking of spice, I remember one time I was out having breakfast with Lily at this one place, and sometimes on the side they'll give you like a roasted jalapeno, and I don't know what the fuck it was. Usually I can handle jalapenos, but that jalapeno had me fucked up. I was sitting there like nose running, little tears in my eyes coming down my face, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? I couldn't even finish it. I ate half the jalapeno with my breakfast. Jalapeno is just so funny like that. Like sometimes you will eat them and they're like, man, that didn't even make anything spicy. And other times you're like, what the hell, man?
Yeah. No, my girl's family, Mama Nasty, they make a like spicy mole that's not sweet, and they'll make it fucking like hardcore spicy. So I'm all excited to eat it, but every time I'm eating it, my nose is running, my eyes are, I'm crying pretty much, but it's so fucking delicious because I'm like, I hate sweet mole, I hate sweet tamales. They'll make it spicy mole, and it's, dude, it's the fucking best thing ever. But I'm like, like eating like another round. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." And I'm just pounding through because it's so delicious.
There's a Xochimilco. I like their mole because it's more on the spicy, less sweet side.
Oh, it is okay. It is. I have which one is it? The
Xochimilco?
yeah, the Union Gap one or the West Valley one?
Both of them.
Oh, okay. I was
They're
wondering
owned by the
about.
same people, I think.
No, it is, but the recipes like they don't do the same recipes. That's each one.
They're close enough that the difference is marginal. As far as I noticed, they tasted the same. But the mole recipe is more on the spice side. It's not super spicy, but it's definitely not sweet.
Yeah, I hate that sweet fucking mole. I'm like, I went to order mole at a Mexican restaurant. I'm like, here we go. Because I thought, mole, like tamales, like, enchiladas. Like, I didn't know there was red, or I didn't know there was green tamales. And one time I got green tamales, but I'm like, what the fuck is this? But like, yeah, there's like, I'm like, oh, verde. And I didn't know what, I didn't know my Spanish at the time. So I'm like, oh, that's red, right? Okay, haha. But, I don't know.
Verde.
Being my last name being fucking what it is, we weren't going to say it on the pod, but.
Yeah, dude, fucking Papa Nasty's got the last name that if we go out of the country, fucking Papa Trump's not letting him back in.
Like,
He's like, all right, you're going to El Salvador, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
My last name is like more Spanish than it's like Spanish than Mexican Spanish.
If Abraham Lincoln goes out of the fucking country, they're going to send him to Zimbabwe. Wait, what? What?
No, Abel's still on a no-fly list. And they know he's Mexican. They're like, yeah, we don't fucking,
Oh,
we don't
right.
trust it.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
They're going to send my ass to Canada or some
no.
shit. Fucking.
I'm gonna show up in customs dressed up in makeup like the fake Michael Jackson in Scary Movie.
No, Abel, you look,
Okay.
you look like that Saudi prince that Trump just signed a deal with. Like, it was crazy. I'm like, Abel, what are you doing?
Wait, did I tell you guys about the Chipotle story of I bought Chipotle before I went to the airport? So we had a Chipotle burrito and a Chipotle bowl,
Here we go.
and we put it in the carry-on and sent it through, and it got flagged. So he pulls it aside, and I can see it on
God
the
damn
fucking
it.
screen,
Yeah.
and it's a brick of foil.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh no! He's
My
gonna
guy was trying to bring a bomb.
I know. I was like, I don't know what they thought it was gonna be, dude. I thought he was gonna ask me. He's gonna be like, dude, is this a brick of Colombia? I'm like, no, it's a pound of Mexican.
Yeah.
It's not what you think. And then, but he literally grabs the bag as he's walking over to look at it. He stops. He's like, this is Chipotle, huh? And we're like, yes. And he's like, I could tell by
You
the shape.
recognize the foil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You recognize the foil.
And he dug through it. He did. Luckily, I thought he was gonna put the gloves on and like fucking dig through the burrito, but we had it all sealed. So he like peeked in. He's like, all right, you guys are good. And then so we took it on the plane with us. So while the people around us are eating fucking peanuts, they're getting the shitty like $20 meal. We pull out our Chipotle on the plane and just stink up the whole plane.
That is awesome.
And then on the way back, we fucking brought Subway because it wasn't covered in foil. Same thing. Pull out our big ass Subway sandwiches while this guy got this teeny ass breakfast sandwich. I saw him looking over at me like he was eyeing my sandwich, and I was like, "Fuck you, bitch!" I got a whole ass foot long. I was full, but I didn't want to put it away, so I finished
He was
it.
probably like, I didn't know you could bring food. I would have grabbed some shit before we got here.
Dude, learn the ways. There you go.
No, when we go to Mexico, Eric, Alma's gonna make crunch wraps. Mama Nasty. She'll make some crunch
Yep.
wraps for us that are gonna be. You're gonna fucking love. Abel, if you can make this trip, fucking, we're gonna have some delicious food.
But Pop Nasty, fucking 3 Stupid Dogs. I feel like it went well. I feel like we did the thing.
No, don't rush me, Eric. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, of course.
I'm
I was gonna
rushing.
say,
I'm
let's wrap.
hungry.
Yeah, let's wrap. Yeah, I think this was a great ending. That's a great send off. Alrighty, guys. What do you guys say? Do you vouch for me? Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry, wrong
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 episode.
episode. I'm just kidding.
Come
Alrighty,
on.
guys. This was 3 Stupid Dogs. Thanks for listening. We're signing off. Like, subscribe. Find us on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, which we're not there yet, but we will be.
Yeah, we're
soon.
not on any of those platforms, but find us on YouTube and YouTube and
Yeah.
Spotify.
And
Let's go.
Are we on Spotify?
Yeah, we're on Spotify.
What?
Yeah.
We're on. Okay.
That's where we upload some of the audio
Yeah,
pods.
we're on
Oh wait,
Spotify.
Vouch for Me's on Spotify. 3 Stupid Dogs is not, so you're cooked. Yeah.
Just YouTube. Anyways, like, subscribe, leave funny comments, harass us. We love you guys. Thank you. I'm Papa Nasty signing off. Eric West,
Have a good night.
Abraham Lincoln.
See y'all.
Laters.